A strange thing happens in the gospel today. People who are already with Jesus, who are following him on the road, try to prevent someone new from meeting Jesus. Maybe they feel this blind man is bothering them or is going to bother Jesus with his shouting. But isn't it a strange attitude? This isn't a crowd of skeptics or unbelievers. They may not all be disciples in the fully committed sense of the word, but they're all at least interested in the person of Jesus. Many of them, no doubt, have directly benefited from his ministry of teaching and healing and casting out demons. Why would they not want these blessings to be shared with a blind beggar? Why would they want to prevent Bartimaeus from having the same kind of life-changing encounter with Jesus that they'd had themselves? It sure looks like they've misunderstood the nature of the group that they're in. This is not some enclosed club of like-minded people who get to enjoy Jesus all to themselves. Nor is it just about enjoying one another's company. This is a group that is by its very nature missionary. It's meant to go out. Because Jesus too is on mission from the Father. He was sent with a particular purpose. As he says, to seek and to save that which was lost, and to give his life a ransom for many. That's what's on his mind and on his heart all the time. That's what he's most concerned about here as he's exiting Jericho. He's not thinking just about the people who are already walking behind him, who've already accepted his message. He's thinking about those who could and should be walking with him, but are not yet. Those who are lost and need to be found. Those who are in bondage and need their chains broken. Those who are poor and need to hear some good news proclaimed to them. Those who are blind and need to have their eyes opened. The disciples, at least, have no excuse because Jesus has always made his intentions clear to them from day one. When he first called them, he said, "Follow me, and I will make you become fishers of men." So guys, this is not complicated. I'm telling you that whatever you were doing with the fish, you need to do with people. You were going to find them in the lake, gather them in your net, and bring them to the shore. That's the mission. If the disciples had understood and accepted the intentions of Jesus for their band of disciples, they would have been going up to Bartimaeus themselves, eager to introduce them to the Master, eager to share the difference that knowing Jesus had made in their lives, eager to encourage him to have his own life-changing encounter with the Son of David. But somehow, the disciples either missed it or misunderstood, or understood but didn't like that part of being with Jesus, so they ignored it. And sadly, this is where we're at as a church today in general, with many hopeful exceptions, as we see here in our parish. But as the Catholic Church, we've grown accustomed for generations to gauge the quality and the success of what we do at every level, especially the parish level, by how well it meets our needs, meaning the needs of those who are already here. But this is not primarily why the church exists. She doesn't have a mission as though it were something added on to her after she comes to exist. She is a mission. As the newly canonized St. Paul VI said already way back in 1975, we wish to confirm once more that the task of evangelizing all people constitutes the essential mission of the Church. Evangelizing is, in fact, the grace and vocation proper to the Church, her deepest identity. She exists to evangelize. Couldn't be plainer than that. She exists to evangelize. The church is linked to evangelization in her inmost being. Later in the same document, he wrote, "At every phase of human history, the church, constantly gripped by the desire to evangelize, has but one preoccupation: whom to send to proclaim the mystery of Jesus." Are we as a parish constantly gripped by the desire to evangelize? Do we have this one preoccupation, whom to send to proclaim the mystery of Jesus? St. John Paul II taught the very same thing as his predecessor. The church is missionary by her very nature. She cannot do other than proclaim the gospel. For the last number of years here in the Archdiocese of Detroit, we've been engaged in a process of missionary conversion, which is not about becoming a different church, but getting back in touch with our roots, with our deepest identity as a church. Just over a week ago in the liturgy, we were celebrating the Feast of the North American Martyrs. These brave souls were all missionaries. They weren't interested in staying safely back in Europe and keeping Jesus to themselves. They were eager to give him away, even at immense personal cost. It's on their sacrifice that our church was founded here in the New World. Theirs is the faith that God passed down generation after generation, right down to us in 2018. So their DNA is in us. We just need to reactivate it. And this is what Unleash the Gospel is about. It's not just some strategic plan coming down from on high, from the Archbishop, to change structures, although it does do that too. At its heart, it's meant to be a grassroots movement, something we all embrace to help us reactivate our DNA as joyful missionary disciples, so we can start to grow. Living things grow. Next weekend, throughout the Archdiocese, some lay missionaries will be coming to speak to us, including here, to show all of us how we can make a simple, concrete response to this invitation. In the meantime, we can already be keeping an eye out for the Bartimaeuses along the roads we travel. Every day we can be asking God in prayer, Lord, in your great mercy and your desire to seek and to save that which was lost, show me who is not here with us who needs to be. And when I do meet that person, show me how I can help him or her to have the same life-changing encounter with you that you have granted me.